Welcome to educational channel of sureshbhattclasses. In the series of fast calculation tricks, we are going to find a square of numbers more than 225. So far, we have found the squares of the numbers up to 225. And we start with the example 257 square. We will write 257 as 250 plus 7 whole square. The square of 250 is 62,500. The square of 25 is 625, and we will put two zeros to have the square of 250. And the square of 250 is 62,500. Then we will multiply 7 by 500, which is double of 250. And this 500 is, we can say this 500 as multiplier for finding the square. So 7 multiplied by 500, 7 times 5 is 35, and then we will put two zeros. So this is multiplied by 500. And then after that we will add the square of 7, which is 49. And on adding we get 625 plus 35, which is 660. And after that we will write 49. So square of 257 is 66,049. In earlier videos, we had taken 50 as base for finding the squares of the number from 26 to 75. And for numbers 76 to 125, we had taken the base 100 and written the number in the term of 100 plus or minus. For the numbers 126 to 175, we had taken the base as 150 and we had written the number in terms of 150 plus or minus and find out the square of the given number. For the numbers 176 to 225, we had taken the base 200 and written the number in terms of 200 plus or minus the difference of the given number and 200. Here we have taken the base 250 and we have written 257 as 250 plus 7. If the number is say 239, then we will write 239 as 250 minus 11, and we will find the square of 239 by writing 239 as 250 minus 11 whole square. Here I am showing you the chart of the numbers for which we have to find the square and what base we should take and what should be the multiplier for that number. For squares from 226 to 275, we should take base as 250 and our multiplier will be 500. Like we had taken in our example of 257, 257 is in between 226 to 275, and we had written 257 as 250 plus 7 whole square, and after writing the square of 250, 62,500, then we had multiplied 7 by 500 and that is our multiplier 500, which is double of 250, and then we had written the square of 749 and had added all the numbers and had found the square of 257. For the numbers in between 276 to 325, we will take base as 300 and our multiplier will be 600. For example, if our number is 282, then we will write 282 as 300 minus 18. And we will find the square of 282 as 300 minus 18 whole square, and in that case we will be multiplying 18 by 600 like we had done in 257. We had multiplied 7 by 500. In this case, when our base value is 300, then our multiplier will be 600 and we will be multiplying 18 by 600 for the value of finding the square of 282. For the numbers in between 326 to 375, we will take base as 350 and we will write the number in terms of 350. For example, if our number is 362 square, then we will write 362 as 350 plus 12 whole square and then we will solve it. And this way we will go on. For the numbers 376 to 425, we will take base as 400 and will write the number in terms of 400. For example, if the number is 418, then we will write 418 as 400 plus 18, and for finding the square of 418, we will solve writing it as 400 plus 18 whole square. For numbers in between 426 to 475, we will take base as 450. For example, if our number is 443, then we will write 443 as 450 minus 7 and we will find the square of 443 by writing 450 minus 7 whole square. For numbers in between 476 to 525, we will take base as 500 and we will write the number in terms of 500. For example, if our number is 492, then we will write it as 500 minus 8. Or if our number is 514, then we will write it as 500 plus 14. Here I am giving you the number of multiplier. For 250, our multiplier is 500, which is double of 250. For 300, our multiplier is 600, which is double of 300. For 350, our multiplier is 700, which is double of 350. For 400, the multiplier is 800, which is double of 400. For 450, the multiplier is 900, which is double of 450. And for 500, the multiplier is 1000, which is double of 500. For the numbers which are more than 525, for example, if the number is 527, then we will be taking 527 equal to 550 minus 23. Here our base will be 550. This way we will go on increasing our base by 50 to find out the square of the numbers, like 550 or 600 or 650 or 700. This way we will go on. But for the higher numbers, when the numbers are more than 500, it is going to take more time and then this trick will not be that effective. If it takes more time, then we cannot say it as short trick. Now we will solve few questions to understand how to find the squares which are more than 225. For each base, we are going to solve one question and we will find the square of the given number. Our first question is 273 square. We can write 273 as 250 plus 23 whole square. The square of 250 is 62,500. The square of 25 is 625 and we will put two zeros after that to find the square of 250. So we will write 62,500. Then we will multiply 23 by 500. So we will first multiply it by 5 and then put two zeros to get the multiplication of 23 by 500. So 23 times 5 is 150 and we will put two zeros after that. As there is a plus sign in between 250 and 23, so we will write plus 115 and then we will put two zeros. And then after that we will add the square of 23, which is 529. Thus we add it 625 plus 115 is 740 plus 5 is 745. Then we will write 29. So it is 74529 or 74,529. Thus the square of 273 is 74,529. We go to the next question. 278 square. 278 square equal to 300 minus 22 whole square, and the square of 300 is 90,000. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and then for 2 zeros we are going to put 4 zeros to find the square of 300. As there is minus sign in between 300 and 22, we will write minus and we will multiply 22 by 600. 22 multiplied by 6 is 132, and we will put 2 zeros to multiply it by 600. Then square of minus 22 is 484, so we will write plus 484. Now solving this, 900 minus 132 is 768, and we will add 4 to 768, so it will become 772, and after that we will write 84. Thus the square of 278 is 77,284. We go to the next question, and our next question is 357 square. 357 is in between 326 to 375, and for this we will take the base as 350. For 357 square, we will write 357 square equal to 350 plus 7 whole square. For finding the square of 350, we will find the square of 35, and then we will put 2 zeros to find the square of 350. So for square of 35, we know that the square of the numbers ending with 5, the square has 25 in its end, and after writing 25, we will multiply 3 by its next number, which is 4. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, and the square of 35 is 1225, and then we will put 2 zeros for finding the square of 350, and then we will multiply 7 by double of 350, which is 700. So 7 times 700 is 4900. Then we will write square of 7, which is 49. Then we will add all these numbers. So 49, and then 5 plus 9 is 14. We write 4 and carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 is 7. We write 7, and then we write 12. So the square of 357 is 127,449, 1,27,449, or 127,449. Our next question is 382 square. As this number lies in between 376 to 425, we will take base as 400, and we will write 382 square equal to 400 minus 18 whole square. Square of 400 is 1,60,000. 4 times 4 is 16, and then for 2 zeros we will put 4 zeros. So square of 400 is 1,60,000 or 160,000. There is minus sign in between 400 and 18. So we will write minus, and we will multiply 18 by 800. So we first multiply it by 8, then we will put 2 zeros after that. So 18 times 8 is 144, and then we will put 2 zeros. So 18 times 800 is 14,400, and then the square of minus 18 is 324. So we will write plus 324. 1,600 minus 144 is 1,456, plus 3, 1,459, and after that we will write 24. So the square of 382 is 145,924, which is 1,45,924, or 145,924. Our next question is 436 square. 436 is in between 426 to 475, and for this we should take the base as 450. we will write 436 square equal to 450 minus 14 whole square, and square of 450. We'll find the square of 45 and then we'll put 2 zeros for square of 450. So square of 45, the number which ends with 5, we can find their square easily. For 5 we'll write 25 and then we will multiply 4 by 5, which is 20. So the square of 45 is 2025 and we'll put 2 zeros after that for finding the square of 450. Then there's minus sign in between 450 and 14. So we'll write minus and we'll multiply 14 by double of 450, which is 900, and 14 times 9 is 126. So we'll write 126 and then we'll put 2 zeros after that. So this is minus 12,600, and then square of minus 14 is 196. So we'll write plus 196. So we solve this. We write 6, then we will write 9, then 5 plus 1 is 6 minus 6 is 0, then 2 minus 2 is 0, then 20 minus 1 is 19. So we get the number 190096. Thus the square of 436 is 1,90,096 or 190,096. Our next question is 519 square. We'll write 519 in terms of 500, and 519 is 500 plus 19. So square of 519 equal to 500 plus 19 whole square. So square of 500 is 5 times 5 is 25, and then we'll put 4 zeros for finding the square of 500. So square of 500 is 2,50,000. Then we'll multiply 19 by double of 500, which is 1000. So 1000 multiplied by 19 is 19,000. So we'll write plus 19,000. Then square of 19 is 361. So we write 361 and then we add all these. So 250 plus 19 is 269. And after 269 we'll write 361. Thus the square of 519 is 269,361, which is 2,69,361 or 269,361. For numbers more than 525, that is in between 526 to 575, we can take the base as 550. For example, if we have to find the square of 527, then we'll write 527 as 550 minus 23. If we have to find the square of 589, then we'll take base as 600 and we will write 589 as 600 minus 11, and 589 square will be 600 minus 11 whole square, and then we'll solve it. And this way we can go on finding the square of the numbers and taking the suitable base in multiple of 50, like 550, 600, 650, 700 and so on. For higher numbers, this trick is not of much use, as we are going to take more time in finding the square of the numbers, and then we cannot say it as a short trick. In next videos, I will explain more short tricks to find squares of the numbers. Maths is easy. Do lot of practice, and by practice you can learn the short tricks and you will be able to save time in all competitive exams if you are fast in calculations. So do lot of practice. Here completes this video. I hope you have liked this video. Please share among your friends who are preparing for competitive exams. Please subscribe this channel. Also press bell icon to get the latest notifications.